MSNBC. So the IRS pushed the tax deadline back to Monday, the 18th. If you're among the 50 million or so Americans who will be spending the weekend gathering W-2s and 1099s, we have your tax 911. And I'm joined by certified public accountant and money expert Ebong Eka, who has some last-minute advice. Ebong, good to see you. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Okay, first, you say file an extension if you can't meet Monday's deadline. And I've got to tell you, I got caught with this last year. I owed money, and then after I filed the extension, I had a big fine. So,
well, there are a lot of people who go through that, and that's a problem. If you're late with filing your tax return, please file an extension. Even if you have money, even if you have taxes that are due, you still have to file an extension. And it's very simple. And here's why you do that. Because if you don't, the clock starts ticking on your penalties. There are three things that the IRS will charge you with. First will be the failure to file penalty. And then they'll also charge you with a failure to pay timely. And then the last will be interest on that. And that could be a lot of money, as you know, Chris.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so let's talk about tax credits, deductions. I know there are a lot of things out there that people commonly overlook. What would you say to folks?
Well, one of the biggest ones is if you're an independent contractor half the time, one of the things you end up overlooking if you're a self-employed individual is you can deduct 100% of your health insurance premiums for those who are self-employed. Unlike regular people or W-2 people who have a limit based on their AGI of 7.5%.
All right. Also, you say making work pay?
Yes, that's a great tax credit that came out a few years ago. If you were within the AGI or earned income threshold, you can receive a tax credit of up to $400. And a tax credit versus a deduction is better because a tax credit actually lowers your taxes dollar for dollar. So once you've passed the earned income of $75,000, your tax credit starts to phase out. And if you make more than $95,000, you don't get the tax credit at all. But don't leave that on the table because that could save you at least $400.
Yeah, that's good money. In fact, I just saw that graphic that the average refund is about $3,000. I should hope. So now you can actually track your refund where it is in the system, right?
Yes, this is a perfect thing that the IRS is doing. They're actually making waves, you'd assume with most government entities, they're actually making waves in the technology space by creating a new smartphone app. Now with that smartphone app, what you can do is not only track your refund, you can also monitor the process of your refund to see when you can anticipate receiving your money back. You can also receive updates from the IRS via your smartphone.
Unbelievable stuff, what they can do now. Ebong, it's great to see you. Thanks so much.
You too. Thank you so much, Chris.
Malls, boutiques, the online stores, trying to get the best bang for your bucks. But did you know Black Friday is not the only way you can save this holiday season, and that's making news in today's What Matters segment. According to an Essence.com poll, 77% of shoppers are paying cash or using a debit card this year. 15% are taking advantage of layaway options as well. 5% are using plastic but paying the bill in full when it arrives. All that's a good thing when you talk about trying to trim your debt and keeping things under control. And joining us to talk about that, a few more tips on how to stay out of the red and just enjoy Christmas red. He's a financial expert, CPA as well. Ebong Eka joins us now. And you and I were already talking about this because I was talking to you about my woes of going there for Black Friday. What I wanted was already gone. Now I'm losing focus because I woke up at 5 in the morning and I've got to buy something at half off, right? That could be a huge mistake. No plan, no focus.
Well, thanks for having me, Michael.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that the stores want you to do is they want you to get in there early so that maybe they can tease you with some items and then you can buy some other things at full price. But first things first, the first thing you should always do is create a budget or a plan. That'll allow you to focus on what you need and how you can get that.
That's huge. I mean, because it was very tempting. I'm up early. Again, I got to buy something, but I would have spent a bunch of money, and it wasn't even the gifts people wanted. So
yeah, and you're half asleep, and you've been eating turkey, and you're on tryptophan and everything else. It's a nightmare. But the second thing I always tell people, the second biggest thing is if you miss Black Friday like you did, and I did because I wanted to sleep, if you miss Black Friday, there's also Cyber Monday. On Monday, it's very similar to Black Friday, where you have up to 50% off or more on items, big box retailers, and you have another opportunity to go out and acquire the gifts you want and also some gifts for yourself.
Okay. And obviously that's option one. Have a plan. When your item hits that great sale, go for it. What are some other ways? I mean, is it just, maybe we just give money or some kind of gift certificate? Is that a way to stay in budget?
Sort of, yeah. And here's another example of what you can do. And I know you're a huge social media guy with Facebook, and you can also consider websites like Groupon or Living Social. And what they do is they leverage the power of social media to get great deals on items like gift certificates for spa treatments, gift certificates for massages and other facials and things like that you can probably give to friends. You can get spa treatments and facials as well as massages for up to 50% off the original price by using these sites.
Okay, good advice there. Hey, let's hit on the CPA side here for a minute. And I didn't know this, but I think it's great advice as far as changing your tax withholdings, right? Might get you a little extra Christmas spending money.
Yes, this is a great tip, and I've been using this for years with my clients and friends and family alike. What you should do is go to your Human Resources Department and adjust your withholding. And here's why. Americans, on average, have an average tax refund of $2,900. That's $2,900 sitting in the IRS's bank account that's due to you, that's owed to you. So go to your Human Resources Department, have them adjust your withholding, and you can receive several $100s from now until the end of the year that you can use on extra gifts that you never thought you had the money for.
Hey, Ebong Eka, great talking to you. We got to have you back here. Love to have you back through the year to help us.
Would love to be back.
You know, keep watch on our money, and can be some tough times. Happy holidays. Great talking to you.
Happy holidays to you too.
Or what Matt